Look at that. There comes the Fred Gurley steaming down the track into Main Street Station here at the original, the one and only Walt Disney's Disneyland. Look at that, everybody. Look at the scene before you. It's the Sometimes Vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Now, a vlog is a video blog. I didn't make up the word. I can't control it or the weather. But what I can control is pointing this over this way so that you could get a look at this. Look at how wonderful and beautiful that is. There's red, there's other red, there's yellow and gold and other synonyms for fall colors. These leaves have fallen to the ground and I have fallen in love with fall and Halloween time here at Disneyland. Yesterday, I spent the entire day with my insides trying to come outside and my outsides trying to come inside. I was trying to flipsy, dipsy, topsy-turvy. My whole body was twisting apart. I was very, very sick, so I'm a little low energy today. But I've returned to Disneyland. Look at this guy. Now there's a Halloween decoration. There's a retheming that I can support. Goofy, who's tall like me. Everyone says, you're tall like Goofy. Has become even skinnier.
Thank you.
What a crazy diet this guy's on, huh? Looking good, Goofy. Looking good. Anyways, there's Goofy in his Halloween finest. I didn't see him the other day when I was showing you guys on the Sometimes Vlog the new Halloween decorations of Disneyland. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Pretty sick yesterday. By the way, look at this. Look at all of this. A lot of people don't notice that in addition to the bunting and banners on all the building, the actual plants changed. That's right. People come in and change out the plants to match the theme of the year. Even during 4th, look at that, that's so cool. I'm getting distracted by just how cool everything looks. The light is really interesting and unusual out here this morning because it was raining like crazy. So because I was all sick yesterday, I opted for just sitting there going, huh. But unlike normal, when it rains in Southern California, usually it's freezing. It usually means it's gonna be a cold day anyways. And usually our rain is very cold on top of that because it comes from the Pacific Ocean, which is a pretty cold ocean. Most people find that surprising that the Pacific Ocean along California is a little nippy compared to like Hawaii or somewhere tropical or something like that. But today it's very much like East Coast weather. It's very muggy, hot, and humid. The rain was actually pretty warm for Southern California. And so it's just a very unusual day weather-wise, and an unusual day for me because my natural hyperness has been heimbucked by spending all day yesterday leaking out as much fluids as the sky leaked out this morning, which is as specific as I want to be, or trust me, that you want me to be. It was pretty crazy. Look at this, look at City Hall. It's looking amazing. I know we've been looking a lot at Halloween decorations and fall decorations lately. Whew. But I just had to come back at a slower pace and look at this. But yeah, like I was saying, the actual plants changed. The flowers around the floral Mickey in the front, the plants and all these planters up and down Main Street, they change with the season. So sometimes during 4th of July, you'll see red, white, and blue flowers, different things like that. It's actually amazing how much artistic detail goes into making this place so wonderful every day. A lot of things happen, a lot of little details are taken care of, and a vast expense and amount of time is put into taking care of the plants, making sure the grass is just the right height, making sure that this cannon stays as green as they can get it to stay without people scratching away at the front of it. There's a lot of work that goes behind Disneyland. As a matter of fact, if you're ever here till like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning on the days when the park is open that late, and you watch the shifts change, so you're seeing Main Street closing down, the very last guests are being hurried out, you will see an army, we've seen this on Periscope together, for those of you who follow me on Periscope, you will see an army of cast members, which are the employees of Disneyland are called cast members. Being out here is called on stage. They wear costumes instead of uniforms because Walt Disney wants Disneyland to be a show. He didn't want it to be just another place where people work, you know what I mean? So you see these cast members coming out, so there's an explanation if you didn't know that already. You'll see these cast members flooding out in these black uniforms, ready to work on 3rd shift, on Graveyard all night long, and make this place look fantastic. Not only operate safely with different rides, attractions, roller coasters, things of that nature, but also to keep Disneyland looking fresh with a $sign in the word. Look at this. I mean, Jimberly would not look that good. As old as he is, he would not look that good unless someone were to pop out every once in a while and give a little touch up to his makeup. Look at this. Look what we have here. Now, one of the things I miss oftentimes are, well, hold on, let's just listen. I like the way Danny plays that clarinet. Isn't that awesome? Look how happy this music makes everybody. This music makes everybody happy. Woo! I used to actually play clarinet. There's your little Justin Scard fact of the day. But Danny is rocking it over there. Look at the way he shreds that clarinet. I was gonna say, I am here quite a lot, but I usually miss out on things like that because I'm not usually here in the morning. I'm more of a park closing kind of guy, so especially in the summer months, I'm usually here because the park's open until midnight every single day. I usually show up, you know, right around noon or afterwards and then stay until midnight. So I'm here 12, 13, 14 hours a day sometimes, but I don't usually come at rope drop in the morning where they let all the people in the main street. We have a rope across here. They drop the rope and let people into the park. When the park opens, that's why it's called rope drop. So there's some more terminology for those of you who didn't know. Look at Main Street at Disneyland. It's so small. All these buildings are built using forced perspective. None of them are full-scale buildings. But you know what? I never noticed that my entire life. Even when I was brought here on tours and backstage tours in elementary school. I went to Disney Elementary School in Anaheim, California. So I think they just assumed that we would all grow up to work at Disneyland, since most of us did. They gave us backstage tours at Disneyland. They would tell us about forced perspective and how these are built like a film set, so they look like full-size buildings where they aren't. I never really noticed though. It never really sunk in how small and cute and miniature the Main Street buildings are. So I went to walk through the door. Hey, how's it going, man? What's your name again?
Travis.
Travis, how you doing? You're in the vlog now.
Hey,
say hello.
what's up?
That's awesome, man. Nice to see you again. Look at that. I have such a hard time with people's names. How you enjoying this weather, Travis?
It's awesome.
Right? It's a little sprinkly, getting a little rainwater in your ice cream there. Look at that! Look at your fall ice cream.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Were you here all morning? Were you here in the soaking crazy rain? You look pretty dry though.
Yeah, I got to go to Haunted Mansion and all that.
Oh, just hide in the Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna stay inside of here. I was trying to avoid the rain, and I waited till the sun came out, but it's still raining on us right now. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't think the people in here can see because it's such a fine little mist of rain. But anyway.
I dig it though, man.
Oh,
it's refreshing.
That's awesome. What
good
temperature
stuff.
do you think it is out here?
Good stuff.
See, it's like noon and it's already like 80 degrees and kind of humid, right? It feels like the East Coast. Anyway, nice talking to you, Travis. See you later. Look at this. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I never noticed how small the buildings actually were. Like the fact that you can reach like a normal sized door, right? Even a person in 6 foot. Look, can you see the range against the blackness of that opening of the thing? I don't know if you can see it, but there's quite a bit of sprinkling happening here. Like a normal sized door, even I would have more trouble reaching up than that. Like I wouldn't be able to reach the keystone of an archway in a building. I don't know how to explain. They're just small. I never really noticed though, the point of this was, I never really noticed until I went to Walt Disney World, where all of the buildings, although still using forced perspective, are scaled up. There's 3rd stories on some of the buildings. Their castle is scaled up, it's way huge. And I never really noticed, this is 5 years ago, I'm not talking about my most recent trip. I never really noticed how small and dainty and miniature the buildings are on Main Street. And even though I know that, and I know that, you know, the 2nd story, 3/4 scale, whatever it is, I can't remember the math and the numbers. Numbers fly out of my head Numbers fly out of my head even faster than names do. So anyways, yeah, even though I know that, even though I could physically witness it and touch it almost every single day, it's still hard to wrap my mind around what an amazing job they did making those buildings look and feel normal size. I really want to live on Main Street. I've been to Marceline, Missouri on the real life inspiration for Main Street, at least Walt's inspiration for having a Main Street. Look at that. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Anyway, I went to Marceline, Missouri. I looked at Walt's inspiration for the real life Main Street and all those Midwestern turn of the century towns with their main streets, which ironically, I think the Main Street in Marceline is actually called Kansas Avenue, or was during Mark Twain's time, but those Main Street USA type of places, Hannibal, Missouri, different places like that, I really love Midwestern towns like that. I wish, instead of building more and more ugly condos, that down here in Southern California, they would start to build like miniature main streets that you could live on. How epic would that be? Hello! How epic would it be to build miniature main streets? Now, I want to talk to some crazy real estate developer. I want to get on the real estate game. It was my idea. Copyright Justin Scard 2015. Let's bring on the future and live in Little Main Street. Who would live in the Little Main Street? Would you live in a little main street? I bet you would, because it'd be pretty amazing. And then you have, instead of homeowners association dues paying for a pool or something, let's pay for some Dapper Dans or a little band to play outside. Anyway, who knows what the heck I'm talking about? I was sick and delirious yesterday. Look at what I'm saying about the foliage. Now look at this. In the summertime, you will not see all of these different plants out here. My mother's a horticulturalist. I am not. So although I have a love for plants, I wouldn't say I have a green thumb, and I especially have no memory for the names of plants, just like I have no memory for the names of humans. Bad with names and numbers. Good with other things. Good with narrative. Good with narrative, bad with names, bad with numbers. Look at that omnibus. That's not really an omnibus, it's just a double-decker regular bus. Anyway, look at that bus. There it goes. Okay, look at this. So you wouldn't see plants like this here in the spring or in the summer. They're always very, very different. I just like to point out these crazy little details. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting in your way. What you doing there, Mr. Duck? I tried to explain to him that we're doing a little filming, but he seems uncomfortable with the idea of a vlog. Anyway, like I was saying, plants change. So you guys know, if you've seen 5 Weird Things in Tomorrowland, my Random Land video, or any of my other Random Land videos in Tomorrowland or whatever, you've seen that they have edible plants and stuff in Tomorrowland. Look, there's orange trees right there. But they definitely don't have sunflowers all the year round in front of Tomorrowland. Speaking of Tomorrowland, let's just walk in here just a little bit and see what's hanging. Oh, look at this! I'm glad there's a police presence here who keeps us feeling safe and secure. I always feel safe when the Imperial troops are around. It makes me feel better. Yes, the Empire and the power of the Cobra. Oh, I'm missing the power of the Cobra. Well, that's God, you have you to protect me. I don't have the power of the Cobra today. Keep on keeping on, sir. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, hail to the Emperor. Just kidding. Rebellion all the way. Look at that. I love Disneyland so much. It really does cheer me up to be here. But let me tell you, I know from hard, sad experience that you can be in this place, though. It's going to sound like a weird left turn here. You can be in this place. Oh, wait, first of all, let me finish this. So here's these weird, like, cattail-looking plants. And there's sunflowers. There were factually not sunflowers right there 2 weeks ago. So there's a little detail a lot of people miss. They're not really paying attention to. Something feels fallish. Something feels fallen and harvesty around here. Bam! That's it! So in addition to filming old Random Lands about poop gates, I also filmed Random Lands about Tomorrowland, weird things and things walking around Tomorrowland. So if you go back and look, youtube.com/live-die-poor, you will see some videos showing different plants in there during. Those kids are chanting for popcorn. They've come to the right place. The popcorn here is delicious. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically you can see the other plants there. Now, as wonderful and as amazing as Disneyland is, I have factually been here and been so sad, so heartbroken, so crushed, so depressed, that I did not want to live on this planet. At certain times, you know, just certain times where you're like, why does life have to be so long? I want it to be over. I'm making a joke, but I'm not being facetious, if that makes sense. I'm serious. So it's possible to be someplace like this and be horribly depressed, and it's possible, but the flip side is people are like, why are you bringing this up? Because the flip side is, it's possible to be somewhere incredibly boring, like your darkened room or a gas station parking lot, and be incredibly happy. It's the people in your life that make all the difference. Look at these butterflies here. They're so happy, they've got each other. Lucky, happy butterflies. So even though I do come here every day, it's not like my life is perfect. It's not like my life is better than anybody else's life. It's just different, that's all. So look at this. Disneyland, Sleeping Beauty Castle, diamond style. Every time we've talked about Halloween decorations in the past couple of weeks, I haven't got close enough to the castle to really underscore the fact that it hasn't changed. Let's walk into Fantasyland. Let's walk in there. I'm a little short of breath. I am still feeling a little sick and woozy, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to rehydrate a lot. I'm not sick because I have the flu or anything like that. I'm sick because I have all kinds of food sensitivities. I hope you can still hear me. Food sensitivities and problems. The doctors say that I have a disease called celiac disease, which is sort of an autoimmune thing if you ingest this protein called gluten, which is found in wheat flour and a couple of other things. It can trigger an autoimmune response where your body attacks itself, causes me all kinds of problems. It's basically like getting the stomach flu, but temporarily and not with germs you can pass on to other people. Look at all these fantastic people having a great time. That's the best part about Disneyland. Not just the theming, not just the detail, not just the incredible paint job. Have you ever looked closely, by the way, at Disneyland castles paint? scheme. You see the pink stucco, and you see all this stonework. But have you ever got up close and looked at it? For those of you who don't come here often enough to really have time to do something like this, let me show you. Look how close. See how it changes? The spatter pattern changes. I'm sorry for the shakiness of the camera, by the way. I am still a little weak from yesterday. I'm doing the best I can today. Look at that. Little spatter pattern. There's glitter, actually, in all. I don't know if it's really difficult to see even in real life, but there's glitter in all that different paint. Isn't that awesome? Now in front on the drawbridge, coming over, not the actual wooden part of the drawbridge, but on the bridge there itself, you can see those little cutouts on either side of the bridge as you come into Fantasyland. There used to be, for 50 years or so, there used to be benches around the inside of them, and they were painted and painted and painted over and painted over until the last year before they removed them, because they did remove them starting before the 60th anniversary. I think to keep people from sitting there for photo ops and stuff, and people were standing up on them a lot. Look at this, I like your dress. Thanks. People were standing up on them and looked like they were gonna fall over on the bridge. People would sit there all day long and be Heimbuck everybody's photo shoots and stuff like that. So there were probably a lot of good reasons to remove them. But before they removed them, apparently they were just like, we didn't want to keep up the maintenance on them or something, so there was all big, large flakes of paint coming off, that spattered paint built up over years and years, and I actually have a couple of pieces of pretty, like, I don't know, 1/4 centimeter or so thick paint, pieces of those benches. So I have a little piece of the Disneyland castle. It broke off one day. I stuck it in my camera bag. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Took it home with me. I've got it in a box. I'm gonna hold on to that forever because they got rid of those benches later. So it's my only piece of the old benches across the bridge. I'm sure it's only worth about 29 cents worth of recyclable lead in the old paint. That's just a joke there. I don't think there's lead in the paint here. But it's worth a lot to me. It was pretty valuable. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful here? Fantasyland. Finally, the sky appears to be clearing up, although there is a lot more rain forecasted for today. How's it going, sir? He has quite a bit of progress. Did you see that? I was hoping he would talk to us, but he didn't. It's fine. It's fine. A lot of people don't like the vlogs. Like, you know, the ducks are in the way. But there is more rain in the forecast, so I think we're just getting a lucky look at Fantasyland. That or Disney's finally figured out how to control the weather. And as soon as we walked over here, they were like, ha ha, glory, glory. Glory, 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 glory. I don't know why I'm saying that. You have to forgive me. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm certainly not saying that because of the people in front of me. I just like to say glory, glory, sunshine. Look at these flowers. You see? The actual plants, or as my friend Adam would say, the foliage at Disneyland makes a big difference in terms of when you're walking around. It's this subtle effect. Like over here, in this alpine village Haas is over here, Pinocchio, and by the way, those of you at Walt Disney World, you have a village Haas. But yours is 2 stories, an actual 2 stories, where people can go upstairs, eat on the balcony. And inside of your village Haas, you have a view out to, it's a small world indoors. If you go back to my Snapchat story on this channel, you go back to my Magic Kingdom Snapchat story, you'll see the inside of the village Haas, village Haas, 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 Hoos, Canadian village house, and you'll see that it has a window inside. Looking inside of their weirdo, bizarro indoor, it's a small world. Look at Casey Jr. up there. This is so nice. It's just nice to be here. It's nice to be with you guys. It's nice to be on the mend. Even though I still feel kind of, oh, there come the clouds. Even though I still feel, I almost dropped you there. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. See? It's dangerous to hang out with me when I feel this way. No, it's not. Oh, that was my point. Look at this. So there's the Swiss chalet of the old sky buckets to Tomorrowland, the skyway to Tomorrowland over here. And of course, there's all kinds of alpine trees growing over here. Still to this very day, even the plants are themed. As Adam would say, the foliage is themed. It's festooned with foliage to theme out this area of the park. I've always appreciated stuff like that. Adventureland in particular is my favorite area, plants-wise, horticulturally speaking, landscaping-wise, of Disneyland. It's so cool. There's all those tropical plants, or plants that appear to be tropical because they're growing in this Mediterranean climate. That's what Southern California's climate is called. See, now we have transitioned our way right into Frontierland. What a hat! That is a hat, sir. I like that. Thank you. That hat is the bee's knees. I need me one of those hats for Dapper Day. Anyway, look at this. Isn't that wonderful? Look at how the plants have changed. A lot more mesquite bushes and things like that over here in this area. to make it look like the American Southwest. Look at that, of course. Still plenty of Halloween theming going on here, which is exactly why I'm coming down here. Look at, pretty soon we are going to lose the Big Thunder Ranch barbecue. It is closing down very soon, and we're gonna do more vlogs with more detail of this pretty soon. We'll make sure to come videotape. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite guy of all the Halloween decorations. This guy is my favorite. Maybe the one in front of the Haunted Mansion, but that guy's pretty good. So pretty soon we're actually gonna lose the Big Thunder barbecue, which is a little bit sad, but we're gonna have Star Wars Land in here. What I'm really hoping, please, Disney, if you can hear me, is that we don't lose these incredible rocks. These are a giant chunk of Disneyland history. They're in a forthcoming Random Land about Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland, and that's the reason they're in there is because that's what they were part of. They were part of the Balancing Rock Canyon area of Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland. The old train used to come on this side of these rocks here, and they were left there for part of the Big Thunder theming, and I'm hoping that whether Tatooine or not Tatooine, or to screen off Star Wars Land from Big Thunder Trail or something, I'm hoping somehow they find a way just for that little cluster of rocks, bang, 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 to stay out here. Because wouldn't that be amazing if they could somehow change it? It looks like all the goats are back in Circle D Ranch backstage, which is going away. I'm sure they'll find some other place to house the horses for Main Street, etc. We don't know what's going to happen to the goats. Another thing I'm hoping is that maybe they could keep just this little piece of Big Thunder Ranch for the petting zoo area. And a lot of people have said, no, they're not going to keep it. A lot of experts, but things change all the time. You never know. Right now, this area is closed off because they're getting ready for the Halloween Roundup. Go back, youtube.com/last to all the Random Lands. You can see previous roundups back there. Halloween Roundup, Harvest Roundup, whatever it was called. I think it's Halloween Roundup. Springtime Roundup. Different roundups that they have back there on the old Big Thunder Ranch. What that is it's this big holiday celebration. They do Christmas time stuff back there. They have coloring, and they have pumpkin painting here at that time. They have egg painting, all kinds of egg decorating, pumpkin carving, all kinds of crazy stuff. Characters themed out. Last year they had all kinds of villains you could meet in a tent. You could make them conjure a villain, and the villains would appear. I think we did a Random Land about that last year. If not, it was the year before. Pretty much the same thing. 2 years ago, they had Villains Day out here. They're gonna have Villains Day again, so go back and watch that on Random Land if you can. But yeah, Big Thunder Ranch. Some changes are coming to Disneyland, but even Walt said Disneyland will never be complete as long as there's imagination left in the world. I think Walt understands that guests want different things over different amounts of times. Even things like the Jungle Cruise is a very serious thing. There were no jokes when the Jungle Cruise first opened, but they added in jokes later just to sort of switch things up. So I don't think Walt Disney would have been opposed, as a lot of people say, to the idea of Star Wars Land. There's a lot of naysayers about the new Star Wars Land coming to Disneyland. But really, we're losing an area to pet goats, and an area to eat, and an area for seasonal things. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to give us more seasonal things, and I'm sure they'll find a way, somehow or another, to give us more goats. If the people really want goats, Disney's going to find a way to give us a goat. So the world isn't ending. It's going to be okay. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what they have in store for that area. Speaking of foliage, not only is there foliage, that sound that you hear that beautiful sound of some sort of American bird up there. This also was part of Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland. Those up there, my friends, are fake rocks and boulders left over from that era up there. That in particular is a path, a trail. You know what, I'm gonna save that for Random Land, but there's an old paths and trails for the old mule train rides and the stagecoaches. But look at this, do you see cleverly camouflaged there? Our speakers piping out those nature sounds. I think those, I don't know if those are the exact same sounds they would have used back in the Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland days, but it's the same idea. They pipe nature sounds through. So if you're ever in Adventureland, listen very closely and carefully, and you'll hear all kinds of nature sounds in there, jungly, naturey sounds that maybe you're not paying attention to with your conscious mind, but your subconscious is being fed all this information that you're in the jungle, that you're in the American wilderness. This area in particular, I think, is meant to be more like the Rocky Mountains or the foothills of the Rockies or the Sierras, because in this area right here, this was the original bear country. There were bears here scratching these cells up against these trees, and there are still fake fish in this pond here. a lot of this information gets repeated and repeated because we do so many vlogs here, but it's okay, right? You can't get enough Disneyland if you're a Disneyland fan. If you're not a Disneyland fan, don't worry. I've been thinking long and hard about it, and although I've spent a lot of time here in the summer, and I'll still be down here quite a bit all the time, it's time for me to start doing vlogs at other places, not because I'm not here already, but also because it's getting really, really hard to film here. Twice this morning I had to restart the vlog because people come up and start talking to me in the middle of filming, which is great. If someone knows what I'm doing and they're ready to talk with me, and this goes for the future, if you see me doing a vlog and going crazy filming, whether it's Periscope or the vlog or Snapchat, whatever it is, hey man, as long as you're willing to roll with it, you're willing to talk and you're willing to be part of it and not stay the entire time, but come in and say a few things and realize I can't stop just for you, I'm all about it. But a lot of people want to stop and take pictures and stuff like that, which is really cool and fun. But it's hard when I'm filming to stop for 5 minutes during the vlog. And a lot of people say, I wouldn't mind it when it's Periscope, when it's live. I make you guys wait, like, hold on, somebody wants to take a picture, hold on, Periscope, and I'll awkwardly hand over the camera and just sort of leave it over here. And then I'll talk to other people over here and do the thing. By the way, I'm wearing shorts, that's super weird, look at that. But when it comes to the sometimes vlog, I don't like to let it drop. I don't like to let the ball drop or let there be a lot of awkward, weird silence between me and you, even if I want to talk to me and you in real life. Does that make sense? Look at this turtle. See that turtle there? Chilling in the mud. This is a really great spot, by the way. If you're coming down Big Thunder Trail and you're starting to hit Big Thunder Mountain, or if you're coming from Big Thunder Mountain and you're starting to hit Big Thunder Trail here, stop on the other side of this. Look at this old abandoned mine train through Nature's Wonderland tunnel. And by the way, right up, you can sort of see, I don't know if you can see it, maybe if you're in HD, if you blow this up really big on a TV, you'll see some wires going across. That's for the old path and road that still goes above that tunnel. So at one time you would have seen a train coming out of there, packing mules going. It's coming in random land, you'll see. But anyway, look at that turtle there. This is a great spot to nature watch and train watch. Those of you rail fans out there will know what I'm talking about. There's a great spot. But here, you'll see all kinds of little fish down in that water. Oh, and Diet Coke bottle caps. Natural Diet Coke bottle caps. Yes, and this turtle over here, and these wonderful koi fish that are a little obscured by the runoff from today's rain. But not only have I seen a turtle in here, I've actually seen crawfish in here, or crayfish. It just depends, whatever your preference is for calling them. I don't know what genus they are. But I've actually seen crawdads, crawfish inside of this body of water, right near to where I'm seeing that turtle. Now, a lot of people are like, wow, there's some big fish in there jumping. Those would be the fake fish I'm talking about. If you see them, you watch long enough, they'll go back and forth. Those fish are, oh, there was one. You missed it. I turned the camera away. Foolish fool, but right there. Ah, there he goes again. See? Those are the, not fake fish. Excuse me. Pretend imaginarium friendly fish. I don't know how to undo the fact that I said fake, but they're not. They're fish. They're real fish. Tell your kids they're real fish. Look at these guys. Hi.
Hello, friends. What are you doing down here, my duck friends? Oh, see, these guys are cool. They're cool. Oh, see, he wants to be on the vlog, but he doesn't want her to be on the vlog. What are you trying to do? Get famous so you can leave me for a better duck? See, they're having trouble. Oh, you're not camera shy, are you? Hello, sweetheart. How are you? I know. Isn't it great? Going through all kinds of Nature's Wonderland still exists here at Disneyland. It's more duck themed than it used to be, but it's still here. So many ducks here. What? Yeah, I'll talk to you too. I know. See, they really want to. They want to get a picture. They want me to hang out with them for a while. I maybe ride on Big Thunder, and since I spent 30 minutes with you guys, I guess I can oblige and go with them. But anyway, we're going to be doing some more vlogs from other places soon. So I've been sticking a little closer to home and doing a lot more stuff at Disneyland because I've been flying back to the other coast. I'm absorbing information, getting ready to go film random land videos at Walt Disney World. So I mean, I don't know, what else in Southern California would you guys like to go vlog at together and do sometimes vlog stuff at together before I depart or after I get back? Because it's really short hours at Disneyland now. The hours are much shorter for the holiday season. There was even a day last week the park closed at 5 p.m. There are a lot of days where it closes at 6 p.m. for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which I'm not going to come to every single day because it's like $70 or $80 or $90. On a lot of days we're closed at 9 or 10, and so it's not always possible to get down here in time and do the sometimes vlog here. I don't like just vlogging from my bedroom if I can avoid it. So where else would you guys like to see? You want to go antiquing? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to go to the mall? Well, we'll probably get in trouble filming at the mall, but who cares? You want to go? Look at you guys. I know. I'm gonna be right back. And by the way, when it comes to the filming thing, if I ever do just walk away from you while I'm filming the vlog, and it really bothers me when people assume watching the vlog back, like you just walked away from this. I always, to date, I have always gone back when I've left some people behind, said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna finish the vlog. I have always come back and looked for those people and always spent as much time with everyone as I could. Because I love all the people who watch these vlogs. I love all the people who support the Random Land thing, livefastdiepore.com, all the different stuff. I really, really do love and appreciate every single person who's on board for the fun and who wants to have a positive, uplifting attitude and be constructive and be friendly. There's this whole community of people I never would have met in my entire life. It is wonderful. The people who support me on Patreon, patreon.com/JustinScarred. People give voluntarily. I've never made them. I've never made anyone pay for anything, content-wise. But people voluntarily say, ah, you're worth $1 a month to me because you distract me while I'm cooking my pastries or whatever it is. My life has totally changed because of this, so I do really appreciate every single person. Sometimes, though, I'm having a bad day. Sometimes we all have days where you're having diarrhea and somebody wants to talk to you. It's a little bit gross, but it's true. Or, you know, you've got a headache or something. Or sometimes I'm in the middle of a sometimes vlog and I can't finish until afterwards. I'm just looking at these ducks now. My whole vlog has been I'm ducked. I'm ducked by ducks. Anyway, not complaining. Just want you to know if I ever walk away from you, I will come back as soon as I possibly can. Just like the vlog. Right now I've got to go because you've done your duty. You can go home and sleep well, and I want to let you, so I'm going to go. But even no matter how sick I get, no matter what happens, I could be on my deathbed and we'll probably be periscoping. No matter what happens, I'm going to do my best to come back to you. It's part of my job. See, look at that little dance we did there. Part of my job is part of my duty, and if I don't do my duty, I can't go home and sleep. Wow. So I'll be back. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy this little walk and chat around together in the Old West. The Old West always reminds me of fall. Maybe it's the coloration of it. Anyway, I love you all. There's a lot more to see and do here. There's a lot more to see and do all over the planet. I would really like to be sometimes vlogging from Thailand or something. Maybe not Thailand, maybe China. I don't know. Can you vlog from China? Will they let you get away with that over there and upload it? The rules are different for the internet over there. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Hit me up on Twitter, JustinScarred. Instagram, livefastdiepore. Snapchat, livefastdiepore. Periscope, JustinScarred. It's usually down in the description. If it's not in the description of this video yet, it will be. Go to the last video. And go back to yesterday, watch yesterday's vlog, because I have the kernel of an idea for Christmas, and I'm looking for somebody specifically who works in an orphanage, overseas if possible. So if you work in an orphanage or know anyone that does, go back to yesterday's vlog, watch it, leave a comment there about it, not here. I will not see it here, or maybe I will, but go there so we can keep it organized. Hit me up. My email, by the way, is justin@livefastdiepore.com. If it's something important, I do try and check the email. I can't always answer everybody, but I do try and check it and get back to people on important things, like things from yesterday's vlog. So if you have something really important that you need to tell me, or some amazing opportunities coming up, or you've got a buddy, wow, look at that, Mark Twain Riverboat, one of my favorite things ever. Or you got a buddy who has a condo in China where we can do all the Chinese vlogs we want, hit me up, justin@livefastdiepore.com. I will try my best. And for those of you who have been getting to me about important things like Mickey's Halloween party, or different things about Walt Disney World, or different crazy stuff, I am paying attention. It's just I've been really sick lately and flooded with a lot of people getting a hold of me, and I've been terrible at getting back to people. I am very ADHD, and I'm very disorganized, and I'm very overstimulated lately, but I'm doing my best to catch back up and say hello to everyone and answer everybody that I can. So I appreciate your patience. All right, this has gone on way too long now. I'm gonna go out with the band here. Then I'm gonna go back to those ducks and hang out with them for a minute. Anyways, you've done your duty. You can go home and sleep well.